Okay, cross your fingers. Hopefully I can be heard. Hello, Jet. Hopefully I've sussed out a way to do the monitor the chat, because we had folks yesterday in multiple places and I couldn't see the chat. So, cool. Also, please forgive me if I do miss bits on chat. I can't see very well. So even someone going, put on your glasses, you blind old man. I'd love to, but I've just had an eye bath, and even if I put my glasses on, I can't see very well. So if I bumble around a bit, I'll bumble around a bit, okay? But I think I've solved the issue that I had yesterday where I couldn't see the chat, minus actually being blind. Well, I thought I had. And yet... Oh, hello. You've paused. Why have you paused? Right, I think I'm going to lose audio for a sec. Hang on. One. Will you let me do both? Will you let me do both? Live. Live. No, I can do one or the other. Okay, that's fine. Right. So what we're going to do, what I'm doing is, I've split viewed a tablet, and that's hopefully got the chat on and stuff. Okay, so hopefully I can see. There you go. That's my boy. How you doing, everyone? How you doing, man? I've got it sorted. I just brought it up. I just mentioned I've now got it sorted, so I can now hopefully see the chat minus being blind. This is the same groove as yesterday, if anyone's curious. So it might not be perfect. Actually, you know what? Do you mind if I just quickly go see if I can find my glasses, just in case that does help a little bit, because it hurts. And I can't see out of that one anyway, so I need as much help as I can get. It's up to you, Jet. It's up to you. I mean, like I said, I've got, as long as this stays awake, I should be able to. I should be okay. So, also for some reason yesterday's stream was called Loop Hero, and I don't know why. My Twitch channel just keeps defaulting to Loop Hero. I think the universe is trying to tell me to play Loop Hero. Yeah. Hopefully everyone's good. Hopefully the audio's okay, because again, this is just a phone. So it's a phone, camera, phone, microphone, wireless over to test, Jet, test. It's just wirelessly connected over there. So if this drops out, we're basically bollocked. Let's go to the gameplay scene. I'm gonna find my glasses, because I'm fucking, mate, I'm blind. I'm blind! Yay! Blindness! Old age is fun. Audio's going to drop out for a sec. What channel's that on? That one. Yeah. Sexy. I'm like, mate, I love this. Like a whole wireless groove. Ah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Glasses. Where you at, Gov? Yeah, see? We're all blind old fucks these days. Yeah. I got asked, why not bring back the daily vlogs? Someone said to me that, look, I got okayed. Just put this as a note. Put it into your... Right? I got okayed to restart the daily vlogs. Early hours of this morning. Late last night, early hours of this morning. And I was like, I don't think I could bring back the daily vlogs yet, because I haven't got anything interesting going on other than complaining about my health, right? And first thing fucking this morning, we're walking across town to pick up an old wooden chair. I mean, I'm talking late last night. An old pub got burnt to the ground, and we went to go and whip a chair. Right, so this is not how this game is supposed to be played. I want to make it absolutely clear. My guys are hugely overpowered. I'm like level 89, and I didn't set the game. Can I actually change the difficulty now? Now that I'm in here, settings. I can. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's do this. Because I was going to say, we were one-shotting everything yesterday, and that was taking the mick, because this is New Game Plus. Well, no, so, okay, the story is, it's a small pub around the corner from where I live. And you know when all the pubs went under, this, like probably about, what, 5, 6, however many years ago all the pubs went out.
They're not coming after us. We were right to escape.
Right, now what? It's going to cut us out.
Southwest. First step is to meet up with the Balta Sea Force.
Oh no, thanks for that stop. Right, so, yeah, the pub got closed and it got turned into a takeaway. Like a Chinese or Indian restaurant, I don't remember which. But then when they went under, the building just basically sat there for years and years and years and years. And well, recently kids have started getting bored again, and a group broke in and just fucking, like, there's a couple of cars sat out the front of it on the car park as well, and they've like stripped those bare. Yeah? Some kids have broken in and basically just set fire to the fucking thing. There's an old lumber yard not too far away from here as well, and kids broke in and set fire to that too. But since the fire, there'd been this random wooden chair just sat out the front of the pub, and it was getting absolutely wrecked as windy, you know, rain and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, it's going to get wrecked, it's going to get destroyed. And I said to my wife, I was like, I'm not going to take it, because my wife has this knack of like finding old furniture and redoing it. And then just, I saw it like over and over and over again. It really kept getting on my tits that it was just sat there getting wrecked. And so last night I was like, nope, wife, we are going to go and get this fucking chair. And she's like, okay, cool. So off we went. So we've now got a 3-legged chair. Well, that's what I thought, Jet. You know, what I don't understand why people keep just fucking destroying this stuff. Yeah, it's abandoned, but don't.
Have some of my strength
just because you're bored doesn't mean you have to burn it to the ground.
The helm's all yours in the meantime.
It just seems utterly ridiculous to me. But apparently that's a thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, kids have done that ever since I was a kid, but still, you don't. We were down the park a few years ago, just before COVID, I think, and these young lads. So there was a spate of burn-ins a few years ago around my area, like arson attacks, and we went to this dog walking park, trees everywhere, and there was a gang of kids literally just trying to set fire to this giant tree. Just stood there, just trying to set fire to this fucking tree. Like, are you that bored? Are you really that bored? I know fire's pretty, but come on. Well, there was another pub around here called the Morning Star, which is a pub that the wife and I would have liked to have had years ago. And that got broke into. They didn't set fire to that one, though, but they stripped it of every piece of copper. Like the whole thing was just ripped apart.
My place is around halfway between Karnak and Balta Island right now.
I mean, there was another place, the Mark Salon. Either way, Mark Salon is what we call it. But that was abandoned for years as well. It was another pub that got shut down. And the people who bought it just basically said, yeah, if people break in, like, and they're like homeless, just live there. Like, we're going to gut the place anyway and turn it into flats. Just go, do it. Just live in it. People broke in, started living in it, and they were like, yeah, well, we ain't going to turf them out yet because we ain't using the building yet. So, you know, just be there. You know, as long as you're not causing massive damage to the fascia of the building, like the external structure, they said just fucking have at it. You know.
Enough to keep me astir, at least.
It just, you know, it just sometimes it just seems so. Oh.
About those humanoid Grieger, by the way. I'd never even known they existed. They won't get the best of me next time.
They could very well be. We do tend to have them passing through quite regular.
The bestial kind's been showing up here and there in Obelia.
Because we've got a couple of boatyards down here as well, and very regularly those get like lifted from.
Me and Grimson, my old man, have been wiping him out with no one else the wiser. I did what I was ordered. End of story.
Just out of question, how's the game level? Because I dropped it a little bit from yesterday, but I can't hear it 1-to-1 because obviously I'm using a pair of wireless earbuds too.
I think Grimson's been making some kind of investigation into the Grieger too.
Oh, hello. Okay. Enjoy your new toy. The plungerizer stick.
No, it's the grip.
Oh, the twisting majig.
The gripinator.
Alright.
I've done the plungerizing stick. It's not moving.
Yeah, I didn't think. I thought you might.
I've given it every chance, like every fucking chance. So, you know, and plus, if it gets blocked again, we've got these things now. Not a problem.
Yeah. Ingy, can I have a bit of toilet tissue, please? Jet says hi, Inky. Fantastic. Yeah, I just dropped a few dB last night. I like this setup. I do like this setup. It's cheesy. It's really gank. Like, I can't imagine many people wanting to do things like this, but this is, to me, this has been great. Microphone, camera, audio, and it's all wireless. Oh, thank you. Oh shit. Thank you. Oh, but yeah, don't you dare, Spaniel. Right, you're gonna probably hear the doggo whine, but no, we're good. Keeping an eye out for nosebleeds at the moment.
But he still won't tell me a damn thing. Other than that I should look into him myself if I'm so curious.
Apparently I'm plagued.
Or that carving one's path through the waters is the Norman way of life. Haven't heard so much as a scrap about it. Apparently, I started being able to use mana at around 10 years old.
This is, by the way, this is a wonderful game.
Ever since, I've been tasked with
Should give it
culling
a
the
go.
Grieger herd without ever knowing why. I always assumed an explanation would follow once I became a full-fledged warrior. So, with that as my guiding thought, I worked as hard as I could, and, well...
Wonderful.
In what way are we anything alike?
Yeah, I knew nothing of the sea. So I think this was established in East 8. That the reason why Adol started traveling... No, you don't, Span. The reason why Adol started traveling is because he'd heard from a merchant about the sea. And that's, you know, that's what he couldn't believe. There was a giant body of water, so he went to go and see it. No, or was it 7?
What?
I don't remember now. But in one of the kind of revised East timelines. By revised East timeline, I mean like 7 or Salsetta, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10.
And now you're just playing me for a sap. How could anybody be oblivious to the whole damn... Wait, is that what ends up happening when you're born and raised in the mountains?
Yep. You have no idea. I've still got mates who have never been anywhere near the coast. Ever. A friend of mine came to the UK recent. Never been to the beach in her life. Ever. I was like, how could you have never been to the coast? You know, but then when you realise that there's nothing but mountains to the north of her, nothing but Texas to the south of her.
So, there's folks out there who know nothing about the ocean. And I knew nothing of them.
Mm-hmm.
That right. So the reason you set off was to learn more about the ocean?
If you guys haven't played any of the East games, I would say they are totally worth playing. It doesn't matter what versions you play, they're all pretty solid. Although for modern days, it is probably easiest to start on PC and go with East 1 and 2 Chronicles. Those are the modern day remakes of East 1 and 2. I say modern day remakes, but remakes nonetheless. Because there's been a few of them. Don't necessarily worry about East Origins, though. So... Hello, Divine. I've got a way to monitor the chat. Because before I was having trouble monitoring the chat. So hopefully this stays up and running. But, love this game. We also realised we could bump up the difficulty, so now I'm playing it on hard mode.
Find out too? About myself, maybe?
Hey!
Huh? Not sure. Something about you just raises my hackles. Why'd it take me this long to...
We're about to get bombed.
Something the matter? Those ships.
They're Grieger. Look at that fucking big boy over there.
It's the Grieger. No two ways about it.
This one is very mechanically different from every East game, though, since East 7. Very different. Well, I say very different. If you've got muscle memory for prior East games, this one will really screw with you.
Why else would they be bearing our way?
Can't remember if we have to actually get into a sea
Got
battle
us in
yet.
firing range.
We must do, because that's, we're still
Too short on
tutorial.
manpower to fight our way out. One extra pair of hands on deck would at least give us a chance.
Not funny you say
no
that.
further then. You mean about Karja? I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, so my head's kind of a mess right now. Let's just focus on what's in front of us. I don't want to go making another bonehead mistake.
What can you do?
I took artillery training as part of my drills in the militia.
Cannon duty it is.
Sure thing. I'll give it my best shot.
Yeah, boy. Oh, it's gonna be really
All right,
weird.
Adel. Prepare
Selling
for
the
naval
Sandras
combat.
with minimal kit. Oh, well, hopefully this is now more stacked to compensate for my overlevel, maybe. My EX armaments, I'll completely forget all of this. Oh my god, the Sandras moves really slow!
Now!
Oh wow, though, that's still powerful enough!
Fire! Now!
Come alongside. Come alongside, you son of a bitch! Boom. Yeah, I'm not used to the Sandras not having, like, you know, fire a million times and stuff.
Reinforcements?
We can take him.
There's no end to them.
They're out to ram us!
Who the heck?
Man, I love how they just bucked out of the water.
It's them!
It's Crimson.
Right then, full speed ahead.
Send a message to all vessels. Maintain spindle formation and crowd sails. From there, proceed as planned.
Aye, sir.
Oh, such a great game.
Baltic Sea Force, close in and prepare to board. For hard! For hard!
Even though none of them can do anything, Crimson's got to be the one that lands the finishing blow.
Talk about swashbuckling. There's not a trace of fear on any of them.
Aye. We wouldn't have the right to call ourselves Normans otherwise.
Still, they're against the undead. It's a losing battle.
Not for him.
Moment of truth. Let's get this over with.
Fight well, Jarl Grimson.
Now, he's a berserker, which I think the first berserker you ever see is Hawk in 9.
Pleasant evening to ya. Too bad. It's the last you'll ever get.
So weak.
How did one guy do all that by himself? Wait, is he who I think he is?
Grimson Balta. My old man, and the Jarl of the Balta Sea Force. Not just mana. He also triggered what we call a berserker state.
Berserk... what now?
On top of wielding mana, he can go berserk whenever he pleases. It's a form of combat that only develops in a select few, turning their heightened emotions into raw power. The user gains monumental strength at the cost of their senses, causing them
Love
to
this
fight till
game.
their stamina runs dry. But from what I'm told, Grimson's got the power to bend it to his will.
Excellently done, my Jarl.
Sorry.
The enemy force is on a reciprocal course. In retreat, most likely. Shall we give chase?
Pass.
Oh, don't I have
Those whore sons are like a lizard's
alright.
tail, the way they always come back. I ain't letting you put my nose to the grindstone all willy-nilly.
Be that as it may, do you suppose they were intending to turn Karnak into their stronghold?
Far from it. They were only there to mount a search. Still, to think those Grieger would cobble together a whole damn fleet of their own. Guess that means the time's finally arrived.
Hey! That ship's closing in on us!
Oh my god.
The Norgist, flagship of the Balta Sea Force.
Princess, I am relieved to see you unharmed.
Same to you, Gunnar.
Not once did I expect such an ordeal to befall Karnak. You would have avoided it entirely had I not insisted you remain there. My deepest apologies.
It's fine.
It's interesting actually to see how much the graphics have improved. And I said this actually to Divine last night because Divine was playing EC.
Got it.
Hoy there, Karja. Really went through the grinder today, huh?
Grimson.
You know, the graphics don't really matter in these games, but it is amazing to see how they've
Suddenly
really...
develop an eye for fashion.
Bite your tongue!
I suppose that's neither here nor there. Not with everything going to hell in a handbasket. That boy over there, the mana user? Seems to me like that goes the other way around, too. I've heard bits and pieces about what you've been through. Probably has your mind swimming in questions. I've only got one thing to say, though.
Figure it out yourself.
You, lad, are gonna be helping us out.
God damn
Can't
it.
have enough mana wielders in these trying times, am I right?
Crimson.
Hey! Hold on a second! Those
Hello,
goons kidnapped
Jay.
the entire population of Karnak.
I'm here until I'm not. I'm here until I'm told otherwise.
We didn't realize it had come to that point.
Protecting the
Hope you're
town was
doing
part
well,
of the
mate.
deal my pops made with you, wasn't it? So go save them. If you don't, who will?
Oh yeah, you're Clement's boy, ain't
But this
ya?
is my
Let me
very...
offer a little reminder.
It's not the cheapest rig I've ever run. We all know that that was a couple $100 quid. This is a pricey-ish, yet minimalist rig. Ain't no motherfucker can give me shit for complaining about this one at all.
Hey, it's in sight. The headquarters of the Balta Sea Force. And our home, Balta Island.
Whoa.
I've got to be a good boy this year, Jay. I've got to be. I'm getting too old for this shit.
It needs to be. It's also the main port for our warships.
Man. What's gonna happen now?
I don't have a clue myself. But based on what Grimson said, you might be the one holding the key to all of this, Adel.
Let me offer a little reminder. We Normans ain't defenders of justice. We're lawless brigands.
Liar!
We honor our contracts, but we do it our way. You there, Red. Where'd you say you came from?
And this is technically where Adol gets his nickname, Adol the Red.
Heard an interesting rumor the day before yesterday up in Promalock. Seems some kid who was working in the port was able to get rid of the storm wall.
Oh mate, don't say that.
The whole
I turn 40 in
And they say not too long after, that
what,
very
6
same
months?
kid just decided to stroll on down our way. Well, would you look at that bright red mane? Way
In
I
my
hear,
family-
that color you only find in the northern Aeropan Mountains.
If in my family, if you haven't
Gunnar,
hit your
what do
stride
you
by
make of this?
35, you're a failure. So
Surely
technically,
it
I'm a
can't
failure.
Then again, given what happened back in Karnak,
It's
Things are starting to get real interesting.
getting tired of getting a kick in.
It's clear to me
so-
that you're a pluckier lad than you look, Red.
Feeling a
For
damn
now,
sight
I
older
don't
than I
care
look.
whether the rumors about them are true or not.
Although I do look pretty
You
old
keep
and
to our
haggard, so
steering tour
I'll
back to
take
the
that.
island. And you're staying here with him, Karja.
shouldn't we take him into custody?
He ain't going anywhere, right?
I might be. You just gotta keep moving forwards.
Kept at arm's length, huh? Nothing. Anyway, we're about to enter port.
I love the sailing in this game, by the way. I didn't think I'd like it to start with. I thought it would have been like, do you remember Wind Waker? I thought it would have been like, thought it would come on. I thought it would have been a bit like that.
Stakes coming out of the ocean?
They're barricades to keep attacking enemy ships away. There are a lot of watchfires burning tonight. We've got more lookout stations.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's it. Just keep fucking going. Just keep going.
More importantly, you two, get ready to dock.
Is it weird that at nearly 40 I still don't know what I want to do? It's something I've been trying to tell the kids in there. Like, you know, no one really knows what they want to do. They kind of just, a lot of people just tend to fall into it.
Boat? You prisoners of war or something?
Saying at 40, I'm still not entirely sure if what I'm doing is what I want to do.
Karja. Princess?
What's your
Why are you
turn?
dressed like that? And why'd you sail in on this junker?
A lot happened in Karnak. And these two are with me. I need to report in about him ASAP.
One of them is Mayor Clement's son. I'll look after him from here.
War Chief Gunnar! Welcome back!
Are those Grimson's orders?
Yes. Our contract states that in the event of an emergency, we are to protect the mayor's family. Gren, was it? Would you come with me?
Cursed mayor.
Like I've even got a choice.
This is for your own safety. Adol, please don't worry about him.
Yeah, that's it. You just, you fell into it.
Stay, Adol.
You fell into it.
Miss Karja! Hey, Easer. Came to welcome me back?
I like little Lisa.
Seems everyone's gotten word of our return.
Yes, I'm glad you're all safe. You must be Adol. Is that right? My name is Isa. I am a servant to the Bolter family. You'll be staying at the Bolter family lodge this evening, Adol. Please allow me to escort you there.
Don't have much of a
Seems I
choice.
can
I'm
leave the
tied
rest
to
to
the
you.
to the lady of the house.
With that, Princess, I take my leave. The Jarl will explain what comes next in due time, I'm sure.
Got it.
At the end of the day, my
Now
groove
then,
is as long as
follow
I'm still alive, I'm happy.
Adol,
I'll take that.
seeing ya.
I don't need a lot of money. I'll never have a lot of
Shall
money.
we be on our way as well, Miss Karja?
Yeah, let's go.
Are you hurt, Miss
I
Karja?
hope you go walk it, because if
Or
not, I'll
perhaps you feel unwell
miss
from
the.
inhaling too much smoke?
I'm fine. Always the worry ward, aren't you?
It's been one unprecedented circumstance after another recently. Adol's case included. I'm just so
So
glad
if I
to
walk
see
through it,
you
I'll just cut it
alright.
off at watch.
Yeah.
See? And that drives me nuts. That is probably my main complaint about this game, is that there will be strings of dialogue that happen throughout the story that you can actually miss. You don't miss them per se, but that it will cut them off as you get to the next story beat. And I hate it when games do that. There's dialogue going on, and it will still allow you to trigger the next event that cuts the dialogue. In this game's case, you cut the dialogue and it will put it into a journal, so you can still go back and either read it or listen to it later. But it's annoying nonetheless. There you go. He's from Bretagne. That's why we love you, Isa. And just in case anyone isn't aware, Bretagne is here. It's the UK. I can't remember if does this game take place just off Just off the Spanish coast, I think. So our question, Jay, are you still exclusively Steam Decking it, or have you bust out your old piece or your gaming PC for anything?
Beyond those walls is the residential area. The mayor's son will be spending the night there.
The guy looked dead on his feet. But I guess I can't blame him. Our lodge is over there. About time we rest for the day ourselves.
Yay, family room, look at that. I love this bit. I was tempted, I did speak to Jet about it, I was tempted to try and shrink my main PC down. But then after I put after I priced all the parts, you were talking between like 600 and 800 quid. And it's like, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Just to play like AAA games in slightly higher quality, or just to be able to play certain AAA games, like, would you consider the new Monster Hunter AAA? Like, to be able to play that at like 1080p 30 or whatever, you have to have quite a reasonable machine, or buy it on a console. And I was like, I ain't paying 600 quid just to do that.
Alright, let's turn in already. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I love this bit, I love this bit. Yeah. Oh, I cut her off. As I say, Jet, the problem is it's not even so much the case, it's everything else that's the problem. Because I'd have to get new processor, new motherboard, new RAM.
Now, listen up.
Like if I'm realistically going to shrink the thing down, I might as well.
Between me and a good night's sleep.
Because then I can recycle the motherboard, and so the motherboard, the RAM, and that's currently there can be used to go with one of the older graphics cards in its original case. Hang on, fuck's sake. Yeah, so if I was gonna upgrade, or like if I was gonna shrink the PC down, that's gonna need a new motherboard. My current generation of processor, I'm using like a 3700X, and it's like, well, that processor already holds back the graphics card, so I might as well, if I'm gonna upgrade the motherboard, might as well upgrade the processor with it, and that's where the expense starts to come in. And then obviously if I've upgraded the processor and the motherboard, I'm going to need more RAM as well, or new RAM. And then I can reservice the parts, recycle the original parts, and put them back into the smaller case that the whole build was originally in before I upgraded my graphics card. I mean, the other problem is as well. There's no guarantee that I'd actually play. That's what I said to the wife. I was like,
sardines during most sea voyages anyway.
I only played when I streamed, and as soon as I stopped streaming back in, it was like May 25th.
Really have any other options.
I remember because it was my mate's birthday. I stopped streaming at Ghost of Tsushima, and then I didn't play anything after that up until this came out in November. I just didn't play. Oh, and some rand nerd stuff, but I didn't play. But yeah, so it's just the idea that if I'm going to shrink it, I'll upgrade it so I can actually get the full whack out of the graphics card. But then by the same token, as I say, there's no guarantee I'd play it. And for the few £100 that I'd have to pay to rebuild it, I could just buy the handful of AAA games on something else. The GPU that we have at the moment is the MSI RTX 3080 Supreme, the big bastard that they released. It's probably one of the biggest graphics cards I've ever seen, so much so that I have to have a support brace put into the case to hold the graphics card up. Otherwise, then you end up with GPU sag and break the PCIe port.
Shut your mouth and screw
I
off.
don't, and if I had to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if my board supports going up to the 5, because I think my board was from the tail end of the 2000. Like, it was one of those ones that kind of got upgraded to support the 3. So I'm not entirely sure. It's probably the same socket, but I don't know if it's actually supported in the in the BIOS. I love that he knows he can't go more than a few feet. You did it. Good job.
We can't go through here.
Boo!
But I mean, either way though, that would still be moving from full size to because I want to ideally go to a mini ITX case, because the other problem is, so here's the trick, and I showed it yesterday on the stream, is that I don't have my PC here. It's not actually here anymore. That's why I don't do PC stuff outside of Steam Deck anymore. It's not here. That's where my PC used to be, that corner. There's a sofa where my desk used to be now.
You're talking about this room or Karja's? As far as this one goes, I doubt the owner will be all that upset with you. She's been dead a long time anyway, so...
I'd have to have a look. If I had to be honest with you, Jay, because I can't remember what the hell's in my rig.
More importantly, let's eat breakfast.
But yeah, it's just the idea
After
that
that,
if I'm
we'll
going to
conduct a
shrink it and I have to buy
I want you there for it at all.
a new board, then I might as well. Although trying to find a mini ITX case that will take that graphics card's a bit of a stretch. It'd be nice. Because all I'd end up doing is putting one of the like SteamOS style Linux builds. Or Linux installs on. I can't remember what the operating system is from Glorious Egg Roll, but like put that one on. I think it's built on top of Fedora. Because I won't lie, I don't actually. Funny enough, since stopping, here's the trick: if you took away live streaming, YouTubey stuff, or just general video editing and all that, I don't actually use a computer. I don't use it. Yeah, Deck is Arch. Deck is based on Arch, but there's a Deck style operating system by Glorious Egg Roll, and I'm not entirely sure if that's Arch based. I think it was based on Fedora. Because Glorious Egg Roll, I think, used to work for Fedora. But Deck is really one of the only PCs I still actually, well, PCs I still probably have access to. Oh. Jay, could you do me a favour, mate? Could you put that into? Could you put that in the Discord for me, mate? Because if I click a link here, it'll probably break my chat situation. Because chat is a tablet. But yeah, I literally need to consoleize everything at the moment, because my minus the fact that we've got a PlayStation 5, my setup, other than the fact that there's some bits from Christmas that are on the floor that I've got to take down to the Watergate, which is my storage unit, my setup lives in that's it. If it don't fit in there, it's not a thing. That's why I've been kind of MIA recent. We will get back into combat in a minute. Oh man, I love this game though. I just wish more of it was voiced. Excuse me. Also mean to Adol, bless him. He's young, he's thin, but he fights gods. It's what he does. Because now we have to become Kaja's shield brother. I still wonder, because if they're strapped together and they've tried cutting the mana strings and everything, and I thought this when I first played it through, how is it that Kaja's able to change her gear? Like, Adol's still wearing the same gear, right? How is Kaja able to change out of her Norman gear to the Civi gear and then back into her normal gear if you can't get anything through the rope? Because like they couldn't walk through the wall. So where does it define? How does that mechanic work? The mana string is good. It's an interesting mechanic because it's an interesting fix to a mechanic that they introduced in, I believe, East 8. So in East 8 there's a co-op mechanic, so you can get you and your mates together to play. If anyone has played Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, or one of those older games whereby you can play multiplayer, but the camera is largely...
Is there more I'd like to find out too?
The camera is controlled by player one, effectively. Everyone else is at the mercy of player one's camera, right? In East 8, the co-op, you've got Adol the Red, or whatever character the main person's playing as, or whatever. I've never done the co-op in East 8. Everyone else can basically just run off in every direction and then just kind of get lost. So you can't, like, you can't fight if you can't see, if you get what I mean. In this, they've made it so that Adol and Kaja are the only two characters, and they have limited movement away from each other. So, in theory, that fixes the problem with co-op in that, you know, you can't just fuck off to the other side of the map. Rune Bangle. Oh yeah, so now you can now we can do magical Gumfoot. Time to quest. It'll be fine, we've got this. I still want to know, was thing a literal translation or just... Because that's what their meetings are, it's a thing.
I'm Philia of the Balta Sea Force.
Are
Nice to
you?
meet you, Adol. Same here. So, despite the big fancy name, the Rite of Brotherhood is actually pretty simple.
Don't die.
First, we take a boat to Lecto Island. There, you and the princess will disembark.
I've got to go too?
Well, of course you do, princess. This whole
Sweetheart,
thing is
you
about
can't
two
go anywhere
becoming
anyway.
partners.
You're strapped to me.
The rite is performed in pairs by tradition. Even if that weren't the case, those cuffs of yours would drag you along anyway.
Ah, right.
Once ashore, head to the deepest reaches of the island. Then wear the bangle and touch the stone monument you find there. Whatever happens after that, you report to me and boom, right's over.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, all there is to it. Aside from the wild beasts and other dangers that populate Lecto Island, of course. You'll also need to get a boat and make all the preparations yourself.
Easy
I
mode.
see. So this is just like when we go out on expeditions.
That's right. Any necessities you've got to provide for yourself. So whether it's a boat, equipment, or supplies, you'll have to buy or borrow anything you need.
Good thing I've
No
got a boat.
way we could afford to buy our own boat.
We nicked one.
But we've got the Sandras, so there's no need to rent one either.
True. That said, it's pretty decrepit. Could probably use some
How could
repairs,
you?
I'd say. And by the looks of it, you may want to get your sword and gear up to snuff too.
My gear's
You're not
amazing.
wrong,
Don't start
but
that
we're
one.
not exactly rolling in money.
That's how everyone starts out. Why not talk to people around the settlement? Those who see promise in you will be sure to help you out.
Liars.
Building trust is the core of this rite, not just between you two, but with the others as well.
Makes sense.
And that should do it for the explanation. I'll be waiting by the docks. Once you've got everything in order, come see me. Of course. I'm counting on you here too, Adel. All
Okay,
right,
don't die.
see you later.
Got it. Bye.
Let's go around the settlement and see if we can find people to help us. We should start with those who are at the thing, since they already know what's going on. After them, it'd be good to check in with the blacksmith and the shipwright.
Cool. Dee, 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 dee. Yep. Excuse me, we need to borrow some money. But we've only just met you, but we need to borrow some money. Excuse me, money please. I don't care about your harvest, we need money. Excuse me. I'm gonna throw out there, I do quite like the next part of the story, so hold on. Because it's interesting because after you do this first right, you never have to do this again. That's what they're talking about, raiding other countries. There you go. Denmark spelt badly. Yeah, just fucking tax their people. By the way, guys. I mean, let's be fair, her dad's got a big ass boat, just like, hey Pa, can we borrow the boat for a minute? What? Actually, just thinking about it, they didn't need to give us any money. This is NGP. They don't need to give me any money. I'm loaded, Gov. I need to read the quest tutorial when it comes up again. I love how the story's on auto. Button. Dribbly. Oh my god. Good job. So the tool worked to get to the trap?
Yeah!
Fantastic.
So the Mel doesn't have to pay for fucking people coming around anymore, we can fix it ourselves.
Yeah, it's just bizarre that that just keep going, doesn't it?
It was limescale.
Yeah, the powder then, yeah? White powder?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Limescale.
awesome.
So I think we might have to put a Calgon tablet down our fucking drains once a month.
Yeah.
So,
Nailed it.
nailed it.
Hello. Good job.
It was, you can see it, the grey stuff,
Yeah.
that is all limescale.
Yeah.
It was absolutely packed.
Fantastic.
And you can see where I made a hole in it before because I stuck a knitting needle down there.
But that's what I was saying to you before, though, weren't it? That, you know, it just ends up like we're this is massively hard water. That's why we've got that filter on the boiler.
Yeah.
Because that kept on clogging.
The only other thing I could think of
You won't be
that would
able to
help
see
is,
Karnak
you know,
from
the
here.
tap.
Hard not to wonder
You know
what
how
happened to
with
all
the
of them.
shower head, I can get the shower heads with beads and shit on. There's a thing where you unscrew the tap, all the underneath bits, and you put a little filter on the bottom.
Doggle.
But I'm not being funny, right? It took me a good 15 minutes. It's across. Right? It took me a good 10, 15 minutes to get that puppet lined up to get it to turn.
Yeah.
It's fiddly as fuck under there. I can
Well, yeah, because
understand-
it's like I said, when the guy came in to fix it before, he kept out the whole
like,
thing.
if you've got big hands, there's no point in you bothering to do it. You need little lady hands, I'm
I
afraid.
was gonna say, well, I couldn't do it.
Because like your knuckles, because when you do that, some of your knuckles are higher than mine. Does that make sense? And I can,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. But the thing is, you've got nice long fingers, which would have been a help if I had nice ones.
Yeah, I've got murderous hands.
But you haven't got thin murders.
Look at he's double. Hugo's one of my favourite characters, just like Little Paro from E8. I like Little Paro.
There we go. Got the trap off. So I'm just going to empty whatever the flip is in here down
Language.
the toilet. So 1 second. Just going to put you down.
The family friendly geese.
Oh, the smell is great.
Yay, smell. So drain work, by the way.
One of us we're going to have to stick vinegar.
That's a lie. I didn't see it. Your phone's about to run out of battery.
Oh.
This is riveting.
I know, people love this shit. I think if I tilt this in the light, you can see where the blockage is. So I'm gonna.
You've got such a weak stomach.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
So.
There we go, got the trap off. So I'm just gonna. But I was going to say this though, my elbow getting that out. Ugh. But yeah, it's all cleaned up. It works now. I am a plunder.
Fantastic.
Duality. Okay, here's duality.
No, I probably could, Jet, to be honest with you. You're right. From where I'm sat, I could probably still reach the back of the sink in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't do it, because you need to see what you're unscrewing.
Well, yeah, I'm just like kind of like looping my fingers around everything, man. Little do you know, I'm puppeteering half the country as we speak. That's what the other hand's doing. Right. I've got to do the equipment menu. Okay. I never paid attention to any of this. In any East game, I have never worried about any of this. Ever. Ever. Oh, luck rates for critical hits. Start. Item dot. Critical rate makes. Okay. Normal attack. Yeah, I never worried about any of that. I should have probably done that. Hang on. Yeah, the entire user interface.
Looking for some weapons?
This has been completely reworked too. Harpic, if I remember it, I'll tell the wife. Boy with some gold. Can I be honest with you? I feel like such a dick if we start buying all this stuff now. Because, like, I'm already one-shot near enough everything on the map. Oh, I wouldn't total on hand. Oh, I haven't got anything. Okay. I was going to say, I thought I had a bunch of stuff.
Real quality stuff, huh? May it serve you well.
Yeah, don't worry about normal attack evasion.
Real quality stuff.
One for Adol. Oh, I'm gonna have to get one for Kaja because the game's a tight wad.
Anything else you want to look at? See you later.
We're just following the story beat, son. So, only a small section of the game actually has voice acting, which is very unfortunate. Because I love the voice acting in the East games. I really do. But again, unfortunately, just there's shit tons of dialogue that just doesn't have it. Like, all of these bits would just be so much better if they were. I actually want to see what the stats on the Sandras are now as well. It's so weird. The start of the game versus even like midway through the game, the ship handles completely differently. And after a few upgrades, remake added more. So I think in all of the prior stuff, see, in a lot of the prior stuff, you'd have to understand when the remake was made. So, like, in the East 1 and 2 remake days, it was PSP, and so obviously they wouldn't have enough space for, you know, those little tiny UMD discs. You wouldn't have a lot of space for all the dialogue. And because Sony, I think, has limits on how big a download can be. I'm not entirely sure about that. They used to, I think. There used to be hard limits to how big either downloads could be or save files. One of the two. I can't really remember. So that would cause limitations all the way up until 8, because 8 was a PlayStation Vita game. 9 was kind of one of the more universal ones. I believe 9 first came out on like PS4, but then you still have to deal with PS4 limitations, even though the games are on like Blu-ray at that point. I guess if you have to ship digitally, then you have to worry about the fucking limitations on that. But it'd just be so good if they really did just ramp it up, especially with like Celceta 9. Yeah, Celceta 9 and 10. It would have just been so good to have had. Full English. Although another weird one is apparently East 10 is getting a re-release in, like, well, sometime in 2025. There's going to be a new version of this game, and it's only just come out. Well, over here anyway. Start right away, please. Because we've got plenty of monies. I want to try and max out the Sandras this time. There you go. Look at that wee boat. I wish I had a boat like that. Here's a random fact. Had my life have taken... There were 2 specific turns. Had my life have taken 2 turns slightly different, we wouldn't be speaking here right now. Because one of them that I'm thinking of right now, read this, I would have been living on a trawler. I had the option to buy an old trawler back in the day. Could you imagine if I did get into live streaming whilst living on a trawler? Out in the streaming from the North Sea. Yeah, fucking using Starlink, oh my god. I haven't seen, I don't know, I've heard of people using it and they say it's pretty good, but I've never actually seen it. You know, I've never actually had the chance to play with it. But I'm told it's good. I mean, to be fair, I used to say, having like 60, 70 down and like 20 up was perfectly fine. And that I couldn't ever see myself needing more. And then recently I'm thinking, my gods, I wish we had more. With that said though, if you take away like live streaming and console or PC gaming, my gods, I've got no need for fast internet at all. You take away those random little bits and you could live on like dial-up. It's mental what we use the internet for. Yeah, you see, you've got what we have, Jet. But I was told we might not get our internet upgraded until 2026. So where everyone's kind of rolling out gigabit, like fiber to the premises. Is it fiber to the premise? Directly to your house. We might not get it because our pole's at the back of the house, and that's technically considered a private road. They refused it.
We're off at last. And with
I
that,
wonder why.
good luck with the rest.
Because surely,
You're being awful casual about this. Do you even want
surely
to be here?
your
Of course. This is your
flat.
time to shine, princess. And I intend to see you through.
I mean,
it as
surely
best I
they just
can.
run one
Well,
line, and
we
or
don't
with,
plan
or are
on
you, do
slacking
you
off
have your own
either.
individual line?
Let's get this done, Adol.
I mean, why would you fucking? Oh my god, I keep forgetting because we're level 1 Sandra, so I don't have the speed bonus, the speed boost. Come on. Come on.
What is it, Hugel? You seem restless. Maybe we should check around, just in case.
Yep, it's looking pretty safe. Ooh. So I wonder why they refused it though, Jack. It seems so counterintuitive. If you're being offered a free upgrade, a free service upgrade to your building, you'd think it would be in your best interest to take it. Especially if it's not causing any damage direct. I mean, would it have been worked throughout the building, I suppose, that would have caused some kind of disruption, or? Because, I mean, obviously when they come to do our house, it'd just be, okay, fucking got the power drill, mate. In through the fucking wall, run the thing through, tack it onto the wall, job done. You should see the job they did on my parents' house. It was fucking vile. It's fucking terrible. There you go. Just wait till you get that super fast internet. Man, I feel so old because I remember the days of dial-up and kids, and like before Wi-Fi and stuff. And the way kids are these days, we're like, oh mate, my fast internets and stuff. I was like, dude, I remember when you used to have to get things on disc. What the fuck? What do you mean I need to have a fast internet connection? That is fast. In comparison to what, old man? See, so slow down, you prick.
Direct hit.
Why you?
Oh wow, shit, we take a lot of damage.
Fire!
Oh no!
Smash 'em!
Right, that's that down.
Enjoy! Now! Fire!
Yeah. I'm still not entirely sure if I think the Sandras has still had a boost because of my levels. Just that question, right? What would you guys use fast internet for if you weren't streaming, like live streaming, or like gaming? It's like downloading big games off Steam or something like that. What would you use a big old beefing internet connection for? Or like, you know...
Wonder what it'll be like to have a shield brother. Hard for me to imagine, really.
You have been going solo during expeditions for a while now, Princess. Still, having someone there to watch your back is a good thing. Even when it's only in spirit.
Sounds pretty convincing coming from you, Ophelia. Well, I'll see if I hate it or not after the rite. As well as whether you're up to the role, Adel.
So, cool, that dialogue would have just fucking ended before we hit the zone. Hang on. Do 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 do. See, that's a very interesting, you know, that I can understand that use case, Jet, saying you'd host servers and stuff, but then average person wouldn't do that. So I can't quite understand what average Joe wants with fast internet. I don't understand it. Same even though with faster devices, like some of these new phones and stuff, I'm like, what do you need that for? Again, it's weird that, you know, as soon as I packed everything up, took it to the Watergate, my overall usage of just computers in general fell through the floor when I stopped doing daily vlogs and I stopped doing bits for other people for a while. My use of like most of the things I own just disintegrated completely. Actually, there you go. So, the idea of transport, like, or transferring large files, useful. Especially if you are someone who works from home. Working from home is wonderful. That's one of the things I used to like. So, if I ever used to get stuff in, because people were like, well, how is it you used to work from home? Because my neighbours didn't really understand it. And I was like, well, it was really easy. You know, someone sends you a Dropbox link. That Dropbox link has got a bunch of audio in it, and then, or video in it. And then it's my job to basically just piece it together and then send that project to the next person along the line. If anything else had to be done with it. And I was like, so, you know, as long as the internet's up, I can still do what I want to do. I don't even have to go out and shoot. Someone else can do that and just send me the stuff. Which is, I will say, it's actually been interesting over the last, say, 10 or 15 years, maybe a bit longer, to see how that's not much of a thing anymore, though. So, now, people will literally, you'll just pay someone and they will go out and they will film it, they will edit it, they will do the graphics work for you, they'll do all the audio mastering for you and that. And then they will publish it themselves, too. It's very... Like I said, the way things have changed over the last few years is, it's been quite a. But yeah, I think most people probably are. Because, again, that's another thing that's changed over the last, like, 20 years. Gaming is a thing, and you're going to go, gaming's always been a thing. But that's a video I wanted to make this year. Gaming at 40, based on Johnny Millennium's Happy Console Gamer. He did a Gaming at 40 video, like over 10 years ago now. what it's like to be a gamer at 40, which I found interesting because obviously he's been gaming for a decade longer than I have, or he was a gamer back when the Atari and that was a thing, right? So he would remember all of the stigma that was attached to being a gamer, right? But his experience was actually largely positive, whereas mine hasn't. I was always called, like, if I sat and played like Commodore for an hour, I was considered a gaming addict or a hacker or something stupid like that. Even now, to sit down and play a video game for more than like 20 seconds a day, you're a gaming addict.
Not to crash.
But kids these days, like, it's the cool thing to be a gamer. A lot of people get into gaming just to stream or to make money, which is a weird thing to me.
Drop anchor! We're going ashore! This should be the exact opposite side of the island from where the enemy ship was anchored.
Oh mate, Jet, don't get me started. So, because just for anyone that does actually watch the VOD, Jet is on my social media feeds too. Like, those I put up. I put up a couple of posts recently about my PlayStation Network trophies. And I said, like, oh yeah, the trophy list of a gaming addict, right? Which is I'm being completely sarcastic when I say that. This year, 2025, I just hit my 1,000th trophy on PlayStation Network. 1,000 trophies. I've had the account since 2008. And I have always had access in one form or another to a PlayStation. I have only just hit 1,000 trophies. Yet, I am very often called a gaming addict.
Great. Let's get this rolling.
I streamed less time last year than some of my mates played PlayStation.
He who gathers the souls of the valorous to his side. Karja Balta and Adel Kristen stand before you today. Under your watchful eye, these two hereby undergo
I get you there, Jay. I get you there. Well, actually, no, I do and I don't, because I keep saying to people, and it really fucks. Like, sometimes it gets on my wife's tits a bit when I say it. It's like, but I remember the internet way back in the day, where you actually had to have a bit of technical knowledge to get online. My dream was that everyone would have access to the internet, and we'd all have devices like smartphones or PDAs at the time where we could all access the internet. We could still access our IRC chat rooms and stuff, and we could still do general web stuff, right? Then we got it, and I fucking hated it. Because, as they started to make it easier, plebs got on board, the normies got on board, and they fucking ruined it. Because it all became about, how much money can we make, mate? And as soon as live streaming, you started to be able to make money on YouTube, you started to be able to make money on Twitch, and all these other platforms. Watch as all the normies came flooding in, all the people who would take the piss out of me for doing the things that I do. So if I played a fucking game back in the day, I'd get ripped shit out of. If I had my laptop on a train back in the day, I'd get ripped the shit out of. Yet now, everything is built around these bastards to do that exact thing, and it's fine for them, right? Oh, fucking, you used to live stream? What's that? That sounds a bit gay. Fucking other people watching you playing a video game. Ugh, what a waste of time. Oh wait, you can make money doing that? Fuck yeah, mate, I'm in. What? Just to know, has my audio or anything dropped out of late? Or anything froze? But yeah, so yeah, that's probably me. If it's all possible, could anyone check for the lag and clip it so I can check it and like so I want to try and remedy it because this is still a test setup.
Agreed. We still don't know how many of them landed here.
Yeah, I think we've had a
We do
couple
know
of
the place
instances
is
of
lousy
lag.
with monsters, though. Let's tread carefully.
All right, Spaniel, hang on. You're a pain in my ass, boy. Hold on. Yeah, I do miss the old days of gaming before it was all about people trying to get famous or trying to make money or some shit like that. It's funny because as soon as you take profit out of a lot of these things, if you take money off of so if you take money out of social media, watch as the user base disintegrates. If you took money away from Twitch, if you took money away from the ability to stream or make YouTube videos or whatever, watch as everyone and their dog would fuck right off. So how long have I been live for? Nearly 2 hours.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Make medicine. We have... we have 3 empty bottles. I have 3 of those.
All finished. What should I do next?
Make a box lunch. Or make a plain lunchbox.
It turned out nicely. All prepped and
Okay.
ready. Let's catch our breath.
Oh wait, hang on. Was there a... Yeah. We're still... Okay, we're still one-shotting people, alright. I mean, let's be fair, hard mode is only relative to the start of the game, but alright.
Treasure chest.
Crystal shards, oh, wrong button. See, that's the thing I keep doing, I keep pressing the wrong button for attack.
Here goes.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, you died. Oh, okay, cool. Because, like I said, this is still a test setup. Man, it must really piss people off. I am constantly changing rigs. But this was one of the things I enjoyed about live streaming, testing new video technologies.
This is
And as I say, this is not a completely new idea for me, or a completely new setup for me, but like I saw recently a couple people taking credit for certain things that I know had been done before they'd done them. Like plugging a big boy camera into a capture card and stuff. I was like, you were not the first person to do that. I'd seen it done years and years and years ago. People were doing it all the way back when like the 60D, Canon 60D was a thing. But like this here, or like someone said, oh yeah, this is my really cheap streaming setup, and they used one of those cheap Chinese PCs that I was using a while back. I was like, yeah, you know, this is a thing. Like people haven't quite caught on to the fact that we used to run live streams on machines less powerful than an i5 2400K. or an i5 2500 or 2400 or even a 2600. You know, they're like, oh mate, these super low end machines, can they do? It's like, well, of course they can, you silly bastards. We didn't always have super high end machines. We just had to do it slightly differently.
How would I know? They called him Easy, I think.
But so the thing that I'm doing here is
What's wrong?
it's literally
He's
a
acting
phone
strange.
connected through wireless to a machine behind my TV set, and that has a capture card connected to it to a machine that's playing the game. This bit is wireless, completely. Wireless microphone, wireless camera, and it's something that shit tons of people own, hooked up to an entry-level computer of the same brand, because that's how this bit's working. And I think this, I don't know about anyone else, but I think this is passable. It's not fantastic. I could pick up one of my microphones that are on the floor and hook that up and pick up my big boy camera and plug it in and get a better image, but I would say that this is good enough. And I love testing stuff like this.
Sure does.
Well, I mean, I remember when I ran my first dual stream setup on, I think it was Justin TV at the time. Or it might have been
What was
Ustream.
that about?
And it was
He just dashed into the cavern.
What was it? I think it was an old AMD Tri-Core Phenom 2. And then the second machine was like an old Intel dual core. Or I might have had my AMD 6 core at the time. Yeah, this is like, but that's what I mean though, Jay. Like, I could run more, but I'd say this is passable for literally fire up OBS, put phone on tripod, and I haven't done anything to the phone or anything. It's just, it's doing its thing. This is the video. I think it's great. You know, for what it is compared to the setups I've done before and the space that I've used before to set up. Anyone could do this. I think it's great.
No matter what, the trial continues. Even so, I've got a bad feeling about this.
What kind of thing are you going for on your bike, Jet? Because that's the other annoying thing. I got a bunch of GoPro stuff to do some bike bits last year, and obviously, as you know, the bike stuff never happened. But I got it at the end of 2023. I got the kit in prep to do stuff in 2024, and it never happened. But I got like a couple of GoPros and that, so we're going to make some documentaries from the road. So I've got pro end gear, I just never use it. So I don't think it's necessary, to be completely honest with you. So I keep trying to say to people who are trying to get into stuff like live streaming and video and all that, some of the top people on YouTube and Twitch, there's a young lassie who makes YouTube videos who gets plenty of views, plenty of subs, and all she uses is a built-in web camera on an iMac, I think, and a Blue Yeti microphone. Like, that's all you need. You don't need anything else. A way to capture video, a way to capture sound, and maybe some lights. That's it. If your stuff's good enough, people will watch it. Getting a new camera isn't going to make more people watch it. So back when when I first started doing video on the road, we used to literally hold cameras. So like if you want to get like a wheel shot, you'd have someone with like a DV camera holding out to the side of the road. mental stuff. Or like we'd put this is back when point and shoots first started doing video, and you'd tuck a fucking point and shoot in your bike helmet, and that was how you used to do it. That's how you used to get your old helmet cam stuff. Like a Sony CyberShot point and shoot camera slotted in on the bar, and it would be like velcroed in place, and that was it. That was the very early days of like YouTube motovlogging. Ah, here we go. These nodes can be shelter with new skills. Set minor seeds will activate nodes ability. Based on the color and numbers of connected nodes. Okay. Because I've already done all of these. This is another reason why I'm so overpowered. But I have, you'll notice I've literally only stuck like one type of crystal in Kaja and pretty much only one type in Adult. Didn't Xiaomi make a didn't Xiaomi make a cheap action cam at one point? Before DJI got into the whole game. Where's Oh, that's actually a damaging attack. I didn't realize that. Okay. If I change Crush to Frost Impact, Water Bolt. What kind of attack is that? It's got for mostly strength, so... I'll do. Oh yeah, I've seen the Insta 360 stuff. I thought they made a really cheap, somewhat budget-friendly camera. And by budget-friendly, I mean like 150, 200 quid. Xiaomi used to do one. I swear, Xiaomi used to do one. It was only something like 50 quid, 100 quid. This is back in the GoPro Hero 3 days. If you, by the way, if you can still get hold of something like a Hero 3 or something, or a Hero Session, that'd be perfectly fine to start doing moto vlogs and stuff. Like, you don't need anything hardcore. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you could probably just get away with putting a phone case and Velcro on your fucking phone into your helmet like we used to the old moto vlog days. Maybe, if you're into that. Be a way to test if you actually like doing it. I really want to go back to motovlogging. I used to love motovlogging, documenting fucking like journeys, and that was so fun, so fun. But again, I was another one of those guys where I actually had decent gear back in the days. So I'd have like fucking lapel mics in my helmet and stuff, but I'd show people how to do it on a budget too. It was so fun. I have more fun testing the gear than I do actually using it. Oh, that's weird. Crashed when it changed the date. Oh, just a note. This is this is the replacement to perfect dodge. So there is no perfect dodge in this. You don't actually have to time the dodge. You just have to hold it. So I think that's right. Anyway. Yeah, hang on. So okay, if you move and press it, you pretty much automatically do it. There's not much of a timing thing here. Yeah, I'm just running. Look, there you go, and it just does it. So run, 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 and it automatically dodges. Oh, yeah, I'd love to, mate. I'd love to. I remember meeting up with Hughes 111 in Birmingham and Save the Freak in Manchester years and years and years ago. I don't know if they still do vlogging stuff, but that was fun.
It was made to kill, no question.
Looks valuable.
I remember I used to moto vlog back when there were probably only 3 other moto vloggers in the UK. It was fucking, oh, it was hilarious. It was Sven Gali, rest his soul, Dan Moto, no, I think we had a couple others. Sarge, Save the Freak, Hughes 111. I was down in Lowestoft at the time, or in Norwich. Then I got Labrador Alexander into it. Guitar Master Graham got into it. No. So when I met those guys, when I met a lot of those guys, I had a 500, I had a full license, but I was still riding around on a 125. Me and Labrador Alexander rode to Birmingham and Manchester in 2008 in the snow on 125s. I've ridden around the country on our plates. The only real benefit to having a full license is you can ride a bigger bike, which means you move faster. But and you can use motorways. But then you're paying more run it.
Walls, huh? A little fire should save us the trouble. They're all yours, Adol.
Like I said, the bonus to having a big bike, a full license, is you get there faster and you can take motorways. If you don't have to hit a motorway, which you don't, like anywhere in this country, I don't think you ever have to touch a motorway, because if you did, that'd be, there would be people who couldn't go to certain places without, having a full license. That would restrict people's movement. As long as you don't have to hit a motorway, you don't mind taking a little bit longer to take the old windy twisties. Motorway riding's boring as fuck, by the way. As long as you don't mind taking the old country twisties, you're good. I used to just, so before I started the YouTube daily vlogging stuff, I did moto vlogging stuff as well. And I used to just get up in the morning, throw a dart into a map, and just go for a ride. Sounds like a plan, man. Or I can pick somewhere in the middle. I still, to this day, I don't remember if I've ever actually gone to, is it Snake Way, Snake Pass? So we could always say meet somewhere in the middle. Although I ride really conservatively these days. There's not a risky bone in my body at this point. Ah, here we go. Okay. I should probably actually organize my skills better this time around. But I'll probably use all of my resources to make different kinds of stones this time around. I'm an aggressive rider, but quite conservative. But when I was younger, my fucking god, dude, if there was a gap, I'd take it. I was pretty reckless, but it was also the idea I have now though is that if I fuck my bike up, like I ain't gonna be able to afford to repair it. Because back when I was a kid, I was on, well, for back then at least, I was on 24 grand a year, so I had the money to buy what the fuck ever I wanted. You gotta think I was only, what, 18, 20 at the time. I'm now nearly 40, so like 24 grand isn't a lot in comparison to now. But back then, for you know, 18 to 20 year old guy, that was quite a bit of cash. But now it's like, oh mate, if I scratch my bike, I'm gonna have to repair this. I'm gonna have to pay someone with decent dexterity to repair this. Yeah, see, I can't at the moment. It's, well, I probably could. It's at the point actually where sometimes just picking up a coffee cup is hard enough. So the idea of doing repairs on anything these days is terrifying to me, especially given how much stuff costs if I really fuck it up. But you're doing it the right way, you're actually learning step by step how to do each piece. I love how this is considered a boss, but it's a standard enemy later. Right, we're gonna crush this thing. You did good. I can just out there, I love this mechanic as well. At first I was a bit kind of shaky on it, but I like that.
Switch! How's that?
There's water underfoot. Looks like it's my turn. Oh, motherfucker. Can't remember. I can't remember if I can get up there from here. Yeah. Nice try.
Looks
There we go.
valuable.
Wow, they're doing so much damage. One. So that skip, just as a note, Jet, was just before we came to this island, right? Or just as we made it ashore. So I can just check it back later, just to see about lag. Because I might use this, if I can, I might use this to do Rand Nerds. Just to save me carrying around extra kit.
God, this room's a real crab bag. Well, you're up, Adel.
Burn to ashes!
Oh, I thought that had knocked me off.
How's that?
I didn't realize I'd just do damage. Yeah, I'll have a look.
Nice work, Adel.
Don't want to obsess over the technicals, but
Look, there's a treasure chest.
I want to try and figure out a way in which I can. Any problems I do find, or any problems I do have, I want to be able to kind of figure out why they're happening, nip them in the bud, and then
No chance.
that way I can make this setup a bit more reliable once I know its quirks. Like I said, there's nothing actually stopping me really from running an actual microphone from the machine to here, but this is easy. And like I said, if it's passable, it's passable. It's not up to my normal standards, but it's passable. And that's all that matters, right? Yeah, look at all these different, look at all these fucking, all these stones, man. Need 3, have 24.
I see.
Yeah, and I think that's largely the
So
groove.
stone
I mean,
monument we were supposed to find is
again, it's just
actually
something that I try to
runestone.
say to people, that like, you don't need to have the best gear to start. Most people don't care. They don't care, or they won't notice. Something I tried to say to a bunch of my lot. I know that, say for example, Shade and I back in the day were almost perfectionists, and Zabermall too. Like, you want to figure out exactly how the encoder's going to perform. You want to know exactly how this is going to perform, and all that, because that's the fun part for us. But in the grand scheme of things, a cheap-ass microphone, like 40 quid, and a web camera, and most people don't give a fuck.
Long ago, after the dire winter drove the Normans out of their homes, they set out on ships and spread across the region. Wherever they went, they left their deeds and history behind in the form of sagas carved into these monuments. We call them runestones.
I don't think I
Adam,
found all of these
Put on the
when I
bangle you were given and touch
played
the
through before.
stone.
Beautiful game. I love that Walhalla. I do wonder why they've changed some of that.
This saga.
But I suppose it does just
It was
fit
like
in
its
with
words went
East
straight
kind of
into
being
our
parallel
minds.
to where we're at.
How strange. I guess it's because we're both mana users? Probably, yeah. I guess it counts as proof we reached the depths of this cave. Anyway, the rite isn't done until we report back. So let's hurry up and...
Yeah, boy.
Huh?
You crossed that wall.
Monster.
He crushed the wall? What a powerhouse!
Sound familiar? Come on, big boy.
Careful! Something about him is different now!
Right, are we gonna one-shot him too? Oh no! He survived! Oh my god! Oh, he's defending again!
Just one last push. Let's do it, Adel.
Right!
Well, at least we can't one-shot bosses every time. I love these little bits, I'm sorry. They're just... Loved it.
Look out! He can still fight!
Welcome back to the island.
It should be a good spot to rest.
See the old man? Look! Chick chick. That's a poultry doggle. That's how I want to live when I grow old, if I get that old. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, he's probably only 35.
I never expected this island would have a repeat visitor. Now, there will be time enough for questions. Go ahead, take a seat. I can't offer much, but how would you like some fresh goat's milk porridge?
Sounds fantastic, my son.
You forgot you'd ever come here upon returning to the real world, didn't you? Though this island does truly exist, you'll not find it on any earthly map. A dream? A dream. I suppose that's one way of looking at it, yes? Others have unconsciously paid this island a visit just as you have. However, you are the first to be aware of your doing so. When I speak with you, I feel as though I can begin to remember my purpose. Yes. As I mentioned last time, I've forgotten just about everything.
Oh, he's got a hammock.
Your name, what it is I'm waiting here for.
Lucky man.
But even so, I'm certain that fragments of my life lie scattered across this island.
Living the
Whenever
dream.
you find yourself here, could I trouble you to help me search for them? Oh, is that right? Well, I'm glad to have an expert on the case. That said, it seems your time on this island is limited. If you happen to find anything, please, let me know.
Will do, son.
For the moment, though, my work in the fields is catching up with me. I fear that a brief nap is in order.
It's the best way. Again, my son, you are living the dream.
Something's there.
How's that? How's that? How's that? Here goes.
That's what they get.
No chance! Fire! How's that?
It's gonna sound a bit weird. I actually got stuck on this bit when I first went through. Because you see where the quest markers up there, and there's a cave on the opposite side of that, but there's a door there, and you just can't get in. So why would I go around the other way if the door's right there? Like, it's marked right there on the map. Why wouldn't I just go there?
Look.
Because in my old age, and obviously being spoilt by modern games, I've gone completely smooth in the head. Oh. Hang on, Bet. Hang on. 1 second. Hang on, Bet. You grumble, Mum. There we go. It's unlocked shit. What did that unlock again? Oh, accessory slots. Oh, damn it. Hey, look at that. Look at that gorgeous wee house. Absolutely fucking fantastic.
An underground room with locked chests, you say? Now that you mention it, I do vaguely remember a place like that. Oh, but I can't recall for the life of me what I put in those chests. Oh,
I know how he
I
feels.
left the keys to them.
That's how I am a lot.
Oh. I had a feeling chatting with you would get my old memories stirring.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely gorgeous. And someone's going to go, it's a game. It's cartoony, it's not real. Just the idea of a space like that is kind of the attraction. Absolutely gorgeous. Assuming this is, I'm not sure if this is coming up to chapter 2 or not, end of chapter 2, but I might call it done in a minute.
Where am I?
Whilst I'm still trying to get into the swing of things.
What wall?
What in hell is going on?
It's a wall crusher
Is your friend
doggy.
human or a Grieger or what?
He's a human. A wall crushing human. He is the wall
So
crusher.
you don't remember fighting us at all?
Last thing I clearly remember is the night Karnak was attacked. Right up till I encountered them. I was at the Rooseveri Inn when the attack went down.
What was the small
As soon
one?
as I
Ruby
noticed, I
Ridge?
rushed outside.
I can't remember now.
I went to look for Adol,
Just
run into
a
that
word of
yard
advice,
fight
Jet.
instead.
Just
Kicked the
don't
crap
get
out of
shot.
her underlings, but it just kept
Just
coming back for
remember,
more.
if
Eventually,
you think you're
I got
about to get
worn
done
down,
by the
jumped by a
feds,
whole
they glow
pack
in the
of them
dark.
at once.
You shall make for a fine puppet.
She got him with a lazy beam.
Damn you!
I'm not gonna lie, man. It took a while to put two and two together because
any of those pathetic townsfolk I turned.
who was the other dude that got hit by a train? That was years ago, though.
That shall be your new name. You should feel honored.
Stowe.
Wait a minute. If what Yurth said is true...
Yeah. She turned all the citizens of Karnak into Grieger too. And there's a good chance they've all been put to work in their army, just like I was.
Huh. That'd explain why we couldn't find a trace of the townsfolk. The power to turn people into Krieger.
Yeah, but you were able to turn me back with your own weird power. So you should
Still,
be able
man,
to turn all the
world
townsfolk
is a
back
strange
too, yeah?
place. Just don't get done by the feds.
That power.
Don't let the
You
glowies
used it,
get ya.
I could feel the mana through our cuffs. Since when were you able to even do something like that?
Well, whatever it was that happened, you saved me. It felt like having a light suddenly pop up ahead after wandering through the dark for ages. I just hope we managed to find.
If I had to be honest,
Claire
I'm
and the
surprised
others
you
too.
haven't moved to somewhere like France. Well, other than the fact that it's France,
What a
like you can get
surprise
really
this
cheap
is.
land in France. Like
Sure
out in the
enough,
boonies, because
humans
again, it's
are
France, and no
utterly
one wants to go to France.
Yes. Fascinating indeed.
A Krieger?
Would that you tried a little harder to
Hang
make
on,
nice
hang
with
on.
you.
Hang on.
My name is
I can't change the scene. Hang on.
And
I don't know
as
how
you
well you'll be
know,
able to see this.
I am a Greek. Allow me to offer my thanks for that most entertaining
Come on, catch up,
spectacle you
catch up
showed.
stream so I can see if I've actually aimed it.
Entertaining? You screwing with us?
I was gonna say.
After hearing that
Held
Easy
for
had
racism.
absconded,
Swipe
I
to
gave
allow
pursuit
or
of my
deny.
curiosity. It
666
really is
Jet.
quite a
I don't
feat
like
that
the
you were able to
French.
resist your
Since when is
spell,
France?
even
Like, I
if
didn't realize that being French
The
was a
humans who are
race.
capable of that are few
It's a
and far
nationality. What the fuck?
between, you know.
Gee, thanks.
Look at that. Held for fucking
Did that
racism.
red-headed mono-wielder steal the show? I couldn't have dreamed
How do I?
that he'd
No.
managed to turn
Where's
our
the? Where's the?
converted
Yes.
Krieger back
Yes.
into
Go.
humans.
Message allowed. Apparently, you're not allowed to call them the French. It's like, gosh, you're taking the piss. Don't call them the French. That's racist. It's like, what? It's like me going the Scottish, the English. Since when does the word "the" imply racism? Oh, either way, it's not like I'm going, the cripples. Just as a note, that's not a race either.
Oh, my, this just gets more and more interesting by the minute.
That power that fixed Doki doesn't look too hard to get a handle
See?
on.
It didn't do it. Do the French again. Do the French
See
again.
what happens when I try it
Because
on
it doesn't
you.
care if you say the
Oh, dear.
English.
I imagine I might just vanish into thin air. But, unlike Yurd,
Konnichiwa, Raddy. Oh, that's it. Oh, Hobo Stone.
As such, I've no intention of indulging
See?
you here
And he knows what
now.
I'm on about. Yeah, I swear he got hit by a train. Him and Terry both
Consider
got done
that
by
stone
trains, didn't
monument over there. You see, I simply adore the stories spun by the threads.
they? Yeah,
of
see,
human
it don't,
lives.
Jet. It didn't.
And
You're allowed
now,
to say whatever you like
I
against
find
the English,
myself
but you're not allowed to say
deeply
anything
invested
against
in
the
saga
French.
that you, Adel and Karja,
The Germans.
Oui.
The Germans.
to kill you right at its beginning would only deprive me of valuable reading material.
Wow, aren't you full of yourself?
That's probably part of it, but also, I think he's actually serious.
I didn't
As
know that.
proof
I
of
didn't
my
know that
friendly
LOL was
intent,
racism.
How about I share some information with you? The reason Yurd attacked Karnak was to search for someone who makes for a suitable vessel.
Vessel?
Oh, maybe I've cleared it now. Maybe I've cleared you. I've given you a temporary clear for racism. Because when it said, hey, yo, do you want to mod that? And I'm like, nah, mate, that's not racism. And it said, thumbs up, good job. Maybe it's cleared you. You've now got a free pass. Yay, racism pass.
Alas, no. And so, Yurd went and transformed every denizen unfit for the role into a Grieger. They've since been added to our flotillas to aid in our search for said vessel. And we'll be deploying those flotillas to every corner of Obelia Gulf.
Ah, it's done it again! Hang on.
What? The whole Gulf?
Quite so.
Held
If you
for
intend to
racism.
rescue the
Swipe,
townsfolk,
allow, or
you're
swipe to
obligated
allow or
chase us
deny.
down.
666 Jet, those damn wiggers and their pale skin. Right, so it's highlighted right now that the bit it's got a problem with is, I don't know if before, did it just highlight French? Or the French? Because right now it's highlighting damn wiggers. If you know. Where is it? We're learning things. This is a learning there. This is a learning thingy. Right there. Highlighted in red. Damn wigger. Look, I can't even see the fucking thing. Just show the damn... There you go. Wow, the stream's miles behind. Right. Allow. Come back. Allow. Technically it isn't, because there's no hatred there, per se. I mean, it's implied, but you know.
Ooh, truly a line worthy of a hero. The greater
Like, you've not said those damned wiggers should be thrown into a fire, worthless scum. That would be pretty racist.
To add in some twists and turns I won't be expecting. And with that, I take my leave. Until we meet again.
Is that the same voice of,
He disappeared?
Is that the same voice of... No, I don't think it is. Oh, what was the son of a bitch's name in 9? The barkeep.
Damn it. I just know he's gonna be more of a pain to deal with than Yurth.
Either way, we definitely gotta let the Balta Sea Force know about this. We should head back to your island ASAP, yeah?
Good point. We're pretty much done with the rite anyway. Adel, let's head back to the Sondras for now and report to Philia.
Did that just speed up at all? Because I just had an audio glitch. I'm wondering if maybe that's what's causing the laggy...
Alright then.
When, Jet, when you said that there was a lag spike, was that everything kind of fast-forwarded for a second?
Jarl that they could trigger visions of what they're about. But wow, you two actually experienced it.
Yeah.
In any event, good job, you two. It was a little unorthodox, but with this, you've completed the rite without incident.
No, there were plenty of incidents.
Philia, was it? I'm sure this rite or whatever is important, but,
Shouldn't we hurry up and
Audio
head back
sort of
already?
chop. Okay, cool.
We need to report
Yeah,
everything
that'll
that
be a light disconnect between the... Like a kind of a distorted kind of glitch. That'll be the wireless connection.
Rest, but let's shake a leg and depart.
all right. I'll help out too.
Oh, it did the game's audio chop as well.
And so, we welcome our new brother to
Fair
our
that.
ranks.
It's just so I know. I've heard the audio chop before, in using this to record voice memos, wirelessly to the device, to the other machine.
Well, if that's the style we're going for these days, then I guess you'd be Horik the Unfaithful.
I'd have to have a look.
Oh, there's a straightforward nickname. I'm sure even I'll be able to remember that one.
At any rate, the real work starts here at All the Red.
And there you go. This is where Adol
the ride
becomes
is
Adol
over,
the
you're
Red.
one of our fellow brethren now.
Give it your all.
Right then, that takes care of that. Today's main topic is the info Adol the Red brought back for us.
I still want to know if that is actually a direct translation of thing. That their meeting is actually called the thing, or...
Hey, hold on! The deal was that if Karnak's attacked, the Balta Sea Force is supposed to protect it! And what world is rescuing the people who live there not a part of that?
And just how are we supposed to find them? They could be spread across the entire Gulf by now.
Rather than blindly searching for those who've gone missing, we ought to fortify our position and assess the enemy. I believe that to be our best option given the current situation.
Hold on just a second. I agree that protecting Balta Island is important, yes. But I'm sure there's some information we can only find by getting out there and searching. Our goal wouldn't be to defeat the enemy, but to quickly skirmish with them, gather intel, and then retreat.
So a recon of what they can do, then. I do like that idea better. In that case, any volunteers for Felia's idea?
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Now hold on a second here.
We need both of the peerless pair here on the island to beef up our defenses.
That is true. We don't know when or how the enemy will attack.
Aye, good point. Azure Eye Karja, Adol the Red. No one fits the bill better than these two. In fact, Adol's already proven his ability to bring back info, and that's something we hold in high regard. Wouldn't you say, brothers and sisters?
Are you sure it's okay to send them? This is a dangerous role.
I'm sending them because it's dangerous. They're both mine.
Fucking Adolf the Red.
Grimson.
Sounds like there's no objections then. All right, Karja. Adol.
Is that given he's only what 16, 17? Is that like the whole different meaning to the Hitler Youth?
Your mission is to travel throughout Obelia Gulf and gather info on the Grieger. Engage him in skirmishes if you must, but your #1 priority is bringing back intel. You can do that, right?
We will do it. Right, Adol?
Adol.
Oh?
You're a real glutton for punishment, you know that, kid? All right, fine. Just make sure you understand what comes first and foremost. You're Karja's shield brother now. You go and get your priorities mixed up, and I'll kill you myself.
Noted.
Then. After
Very
this,
good.
all other members of the Balta Sea Force assemble in the port. With that, today's thing is adjourned. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for your time.
Welcome.
Here you are, everyone.
Oh man, this looks great!
Fucking garage.
Miss Karja, Adol, congratulations on completing the rite.
Thanks, Ezer. Never could have imagined I'd get my first shield brother quite like this, though. I don't want to hear that from you, of all people. Anyhow, let's watch each other's backs, brother.
Out of curiosity, which one of you is older? You're 17, right, Adol?
I'm 17 too. Why does it matter, though?
Well, now that you two are siblings, I was wondering who's the big one and who's the little one.
I've been in the Balta Sea Force for a while, whereas Adol's a newcomer. So that makes me the big sister and Adol the little brother. There, glad that's settled. Don't give me that. Were you even paying attention?
She has to win somehow.
We still haven't settled our score yet. Let's figure out which of us is stronger once and for all.
I've already
Miss
one-shot her
Karja,
twice.
please don't. The title of Shield Brethren is meant to denote a strong bond of unity between two people on the battlefield. Both members are equals, with neither being above the other.
Oh, I think I get it.
More importantly, shouldn't you be deciding your next steps now?
Fine, fine.
By the way, I'll be helping out aboard the Sandras. I might not be much help against the Grieger, but I'm sure I can still put these muscles to good use for you. Looking forward to working
Go on,
with you
Doggy,
two.
you got this.
I've seen firsthand just how strong you are.
I've also received permission from the Jarl to accompany you. I have some knowledge of marine navigation, and I can help out with various chores on board.
Oh? I'm surprised Grimson gave you leave.
I'm sure he's just worried about his daughter's well-being, yeah?
Knowing him? Not a chance. He's probably only sending Easer along to keep me in line.
I can't comment on that.
Anyway, that makes a crew of 4 hands for the Sandras so far. Ah, you're coming too, Hoogle? Make that 4 hands
Yes,
and
Jet.
1 wing.
I like the doggle.
Even with the extra wing, we're still pretty short of a full crew.
Now stop
True.
that, Jet. Just
We need
because
to
it's a
find more
category
people to
doesn't
help
mean it's
out.
okay.
Wait! Don't forget about me!
You?
It's Grim.
Yeah, I worked my butt off convincing Gunnar. As the stand-in for Karnak's mayor, I'm coming with you to help rescue the townsfolk.
Stand in.
Stand in? I thought you didn't see eye to eye with your old man.
Hearing what Adol said at the thing got me thinking. Well, wondering more like about what I can do to help.
Nothing.
You do understand that we'll only be saving people as the situation allows, right? We can't afford to go out of our way for them.
I get that. But I know that as long as we're out there, there'll be chances to find them. If Adol's going, then I can't just sit here doing nothing. After all, I'm the mayor... member of the local militia.
That's better.
Well, it's better than no one. Adel, let's get some rest. We
I wonder
depart
if this
tomorrow
keeps my
morning.
kill count from the previous
Everyone, get your
from the
things
previous
together,
run.
and we'll see you on the Sandras.
Because there's an item that powers up based on distance traveled, enemies defeated, and some other little bits. I think it'd be interesting if it carried over that stat from the prior playthrough. So I've got a boost relative to that. Adventure. Ah! We bumped up the difficulty. Maybe I should bump it up again.
So the princess is finally setting off in a ship of her own, eh?
Yeah, though I never saw it going quite like this.
I said it before, but it bears repeating. This ship is far from being proper seaworthy. Even if you're just going out to scout, she'll only be able to take you so far. Easer, till these young pups get a bit more sailing under their belts, don't let them do nothing crazy, got it?
Understood.
So, where are we headed first? Even if we can't go all across Obelia just
To the
yet,
pub.
there's still a pretty wide stretch of water to cover, right?
Got some info about that you might find useful. Last night, a patrol boat saw some ships heading
We
due south.
started watching it years and years and years ago,
Short for undying idiot
but
bastards who are
never
too
got much
stupid to stay
further than
down
like
for
an
it, as I
episode or
recall.
two.
That is what they are, to be fair.
Rolls
There's
right
there's
off the tongue,
a touchy subject in that series that
Undying
isn't
Fleet's how we're gonna
necessarily
refer to 'em from now on.
welcome in this house.
Guessing Grimson's
But at some point, if I ever
responsible
get
for
the
that one?
chance, I'll
For us
check it out
Normans,
myself.
There's honor
Solo.
to dying bravely in battle. That's because we know that after death, we'll be called to Walhalla by Har himself. So undying is a
I was
word
actually
we got
tempted this year to
nothing
get a
but contempt
Crunchyroll
for.
subscription again, but
Makes sense.
I decided against it.
At any
I don't
rate,
actually have the hard
the
drive space to
Undying
pirate
Fleet seems
anything
to be
before
headed
anyone
to the
says it.
south of Obelia Gulf.
Then that's where we're headed too.
If you're going that way, be sure to watch for the tyrant.
It's how we refer to a difficult-to-navigate area of Obelia Gulf, where ocean flow and tidewaters meet.
You try and go through the Tyrant with this old gal in the state she's in, and she'll be torn to splinters.
If that's the case, then we'll have to limit our investigation to the areas outside the Tyrant.
Better that than nothing. Besides, our crew's not experienced enough to handle it, even with
Sounds like a plan, man.
We'll just have to start our search outside the Tyrant, and try to build the Sandras up as we go.
Yep,
I've heard a lot of those
that's about the
sites have
size
been
of it.
shut down, actually,
Okay, everyone.
the anime
Once
streaming
you're ready,
places.
board the Sandras.
Interesting is in, you mean a bit out there, kind of, is it the, was it Negrophasia? I had a music video for the song Blood Freak back in the day. Don't look it up. Wonderful. Right, let's have a look. Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to save, call this one done, and then I want to kind of review the stream just so I can check out some audio bugs and potential video bugs.
Leave it to me.
Come on, game, we're good.
Let's give it a go.
Ah, here we go, quests. Initiate quests. Completing quests can earn you various rewards. See, I thought I'd completed all of the quests in this game on my last playthrough, and apparently I didn't, so I'm a little pissed with myself, but... Right, that's that. So, system, quit the title. Alright, we are going to have a bit of a glitch as I flip this over. There we go. Alright, let's have a look. Oh wow, I've dropped frames quite a few. I wonder why. 763 dropped frames. Rendering lag 72. Encoding lag 3. Where is it? Frames dropped due to network lag. 763. Alright. The more you know. That's actually, I'm going to throw it out there, that's actually not fantastic. That's probably down to the fact I'm on Wi-Fi. Anyway. Go through. A1, Jet, Divine, Annie, Jay, I think that was everyone. Thanks for coming to hang out. I hope you guys are well. Thanks for putting up with my experimentation, trying to figure out how I want this to go. I still think it's serviceable, but you know, yeah, it's good to be back. To be honest with you, I was lost without it. Yeah, I'll probably be back either later today or tomorrow. So I've got to do Rando's podcast in a bit. So take it easy, guys. I'll see you on the next one.